Hello everyone, my name is Brittany. I make bookish content. Today we are doing another haul. It's time to go through all of the recent books that I've purchased lately, and I was able to purchase these for pretty cheap over a period of time to where I did not break the bank when I made these purchases. So I'm going to go through all of the books that I've gotten in the last few months and how I buy plenty of books without breaking the bank. So the first one's kind of obvious. I got a book with a gift card, so obviously I didn't have to spend any money on that one, but got the second in the Zodiac Academy series from Barnes & Noble. And I really don't shop at Barnes much because their books are just so overpriced. So the only reason I went there basically was because I had money to spend, and I kept myself limited to what was on the gift card, and I got the second in the Zodiac Academy series. I want to own all of these. I have the first one and I just finished the first one, and I want to just slowly collect them over time. So I haven't started this one yet, but I am excited. If you haven't heard, this is a like romantasy series. It's a dark academia setting, supernatural academy, and I'm excited to continue the series. There's a ton of books in this series, so just slowly buying them little by little over time. Next, I'm going to go through all the books that I got at TJ Maxx. The TJ Maxx in my town recently started selling books, and I love it because every time I go grocery shopping, there's a TJ Maxx right next door, and I can go check out and see what their book selection is. So I'm going to go through I bought these books over a few times that I've gone to TJ Maxx. I always just go to the book section, see what they have. Last time I went, I found a couple thrillers. So I found The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. I have not read any of Lucy Foley's books. I actually just started this one last night because I'm doing a reading nothing but thrillers for the whole week video, and it's okay so far. I just started it. There's a lot of different point of views, so it's a little bit hard to follow for me so far, but I'm still gonna give it a chance and I will let you know what I think. But I'd never heard of her, and they had a lot of Lucy Foley books at TJ Maxx, so I picked up this one. And they also had Verity by Colleen Hoover. So I picked up this one. This is originally priced like $16.99 full price, but I got this for like $7.99. Same with this one. This one was $7.99 as well. So I picked up two thrillers at TJ Maxx, and I was excited about that. This was a different time. They had a bunch of Abby Jimenez's books. I had already picked up Just for the Summer a few months ago, like at the beginning of the summer, and then I wanted to go ahead and get Part of Your World too, even though I'd already read it on my Kindle, just so I will have it. And I got Yours Truly, which I have not read yet. So if you don't know, it's part of an interconnected standalone series. Starts as Part of Your World, and then Yours Truly, and then Just for the Summer. I read Part of Your World, and then I read Just for the Summer because I didn't really realize. And I need to read Yours Truly. If you've never read any of Abby Jimenez's books before, they're always very emotional, very, like, I don't know, heartfelt, sweet, innocent stories, but that they deal with, like, real world problems. Like Just for the Summer, it was a fake dating trope, but a lot of the book was focused on family trouble that each of them was dealing with. So we had a female main character. She was struggling with some issues with her mother, who had always just like abandoned her. It was like abandonment issues, and her mother had mental illness. And then Justin, who she ended up getting with, had to assume guardianship of his siblings. So they were both dealing with some of their own family issues and trauma while they're falling in love. And so I really appreciate that about her books, is that there's real world problems that typically happen in relationships in the real world, and it's not just like happy fairy tale unrealistic love stories. Hers have more to them, more depth to them. So I would highly recommend checking them out. They're also very like low on the spice rail. Like there's some sex scenes, but they're very mild and not super graphic, which I appreciate. I'm not always looking for a super smutty romance book, and so her books are not like that. And then I also wanted to go through the books that I found at this used book sale. So in my town, every once in a while they have like a used book sale at the library where a lot of people donate their books, and I guess they're just like raising money for the library or whatever. We're at the church, similarly. And a lot of times I don't find any books that I've ever heard of there. But this time I actually found a lot of books that I had been wanting to read. So the first book that I found was by Cassandra Clare. I am slowly trying to collect all of her books in like the Shadowhunters universe. I have only read like The City of Bones, which is the first in the Mortal Instruments series. I read that a long time ago. I'm going to reread it when I go through the whole series. But I'm trying to slowly gather all of the books in the Shadowhunters universe. So I found this one. This is book 1 of the Dark Artifices, I guess. This is one of a different series within the Shadowhunters world. I'm not exactly sure the reading order, but I'm pretty sure you start with Mortal Instruments, then the Infernal Devices, and then this book maybe. But this is Lady Midnight, and it's a hardcover, so it's really pretty, and I got it for so cheap. I don't know how much I got this individual book for, but I do know that I got 3 books and my husband got like 3 books, and it was like $12. So this was very insignificant, like it was not priced high at all. I also at the same used book sale got Cruel Prince. I've heard good things about this book. It's a young adult fantasy series, and it's just like about like fae. I don't really know much more than that, but I'm excited because I saw this and I've been wanting to read it. I think it's a duology, but I'm not positive. So I'll eventually be getting to this one. And like I said, I got these and this book I'm about to go through you with like for less than $12. I got Six of Crows. This is another book that I've been wanting to read. I think this is definitely a duology. And I know it's just about a heist, but I don't really know much more than that. Just sprayed black edges. But yeah, and it's a hardback. So I thought this was a really, really good deal. It looks literally like a brand new book. I feel like this was a super good deal. 2 hardbacks and a soft cover for less than $12. So if you have any used book sales or anything in your town, like maybe you can find some good books in there. Now I also have a used book store that I like to frequent with my husband, and a lot of times I don't find books there, but sometimes I find some good ones. So like I found Fourth Wing one time there, which I was very shocked, and it was only like $7. And then this most recent time I found The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I love Frida McFadden books, and The Housemaid is my favorite of hers, so I wanted to pick this one up, and I haven't seen her books at the used bookstore before, so I was very pleasantly surprised. I also picked up some more of the Mortal Instruments series. So we have The City of Fire, that's book 6. The City of Lost Souls, that's book 5 of the Mortal Instruments, and then, and then book 2 of the Mortal Instruments. I already have The City of Bones, which is book 1. And then I also found Infernal Devices, book 1. And what I really love about these books is the spines. You match up the spines. They all match, even the Infernal Devices match with the Mortal Instruments. I don't know if you can see that. hold it up a little closer. But isn't that cute? I love that. So yeah, I got all of these books for hardly any money at all. Just over time, checking out either TJ Maxx, used book sales, used bookstores, you know, and seeing if they have any. So I'm sure you can go like Goodwill, all different types of stores that might have books for super cheap that are used, and you can just slowly over time collect some pretty good ones. So that is how I collect more and more, you know, physical books over time without breaking the bank by going and buying them brand new at Barnes & Noble, super overpriced. You can also get some good deals on Amazon, but I feel like I've really have been able to collect a lot of books over the last few months without breaking the bank. So that is my haul and my advice to you on how you can similarly find some really good books for cheap. And thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.